What do you do when you hit the water and find out it's absolutely packed with bait, but the fish that you're targeting are spread out and not actively feeding? In this video, I'm going to show you how I adjusted my plan to put fish on the deck. So thanks to each and every one of you for checking out this video. Today I'm targeting striped bass during the fall run, and the bay that I'm fishing is absolutely packed with bunker, and the bass in there are really spread out. So once I realized it wasn't going to be a run and gun type of day, I went to plan B, and I'm going to outline that for you right now. So when you have a ton of bunker or a ton of bait in the water and you have fish there, but they're spread out, especially striped bass, I like to look for the breaks in the depth. So you can see right in this area here, it goes from a deeper 30-foot range up into like the 10 to 13-foot range. And it curves around in several different areas where you can find this. So I was really working that, and I was actually working it through trolling for most of the day because when the big bass are spread out and the bunker's just all over the place, you really have to cover some ground in order to find the fish. And you can see coming up right here, here's the first one.
There we go. It's the first one. It's not very big, but it's a start. Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go. Just a little guy. Is 26, so nice little schoolie. He's fat. He is definitely full. So let's let him go. Nice. First one. First one's the most important one. I will take it. Fish number one in the boat for the day. And again, it was right at the transition from the deep to shallow. So I want to make sure I get back over that. Fog is now burning off, almost totally burned off. So hopefully the birds will get into the swing of things and let me know where to go there. But man, it is just flat as a lake out here. So you can't see it here because of the distance, but there is a blitz ahead of me. So I'm gonna haul it over there. Fast troll. 5 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour. See if I can get there. Well, the boats showed up and the birds moved. You can see them reforming back there a little. I don't know. It'd be nice to say the boats sent them down, but they didn't run into them. They were well off when the birds took off. So I don't know. There's fish here though. We'll get them.
So by this point, I've moved pretty far trying to chase those birds that were on top of some bass that were feeding, and I end up in this area, and I actually didn't realize I had gone as far as I had chasing that bird flock that was feeding. But here's a really great spot that I fished the rest of the day, and you can see again up top we have the difference between the really deep channel, and it comes up into about 13 to 15 feet of water. And then you can see all these little bumps and valleys onto the right. And then what you have right here in the middle is a really deep hole. It's actually a few deep holes around a pipeline. So it's around 10 to 15 feet, depending on where it was in the tide, and it dropped down to around 30. So really interesting water. It was stirred up, and with the current going from left to right, bottom left corner to top right corner, it was really this field out here that I was trying to fish so I could get anything coming over that structure and washing out to the right. And as you can see, I did really well. And the last fish of the day ends up being the best fish of the day.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I lost it. Damn. Oh my God. How do you do that, dude? That was a nice one too. Go.
So as you can see here, I'm still trolling, and I picked one up, and look at the water. You can see the disturbances from the structure underneath that I just outlined.
It's not huge, but I'll take it. It's a nice one. Stop. Nice little guy. Schoolie. Really skinny too. Alright.
So notice that I'm using large swim shads, and I'm not using natural colors because with all this bait, I want it to stand out from the natural bait in the area.
Decent one. Gonna get my other rod wrapped up around me. Lovely. That's a decent one. Come on, let me see ya. around this way. Come on, bud. It's a chunker. There you go. That there is a nice one. Man, he's hooked good. $32 and a half. Just 32, yeah, 32 and a quarter.
So as you've seen, if the water is overwhelmed with bait, first locate the likely feeding zones for striped bass, shallow water next to deep. Cover the water, don't be afraid to troll. And 3, don't match the hatch. Make your bait stand out a little bit. So now that you've seen all that, check out the video popping up on the top right. You'll see a full breakdown of the tools that I use to find different spots when I'm heading out onto the water.